Hello from Kimberly's Kitchen. I'm Kimberly. Kimberly Down South is my channel. And I just wanted to come on and say that I'm finally negative on my COVID test. I still look kind of like this, and I do have a little bit of sinus, but testing negative on COVID, so I think I'm good to go now. But I'm still at the house today. I haven't put on makeup or done anything with my hair except basic. And I'm just here in my kitchen. I cooked yesterday a little bit. I cleaned out my refrigerator, and I have a few things to wash here. But I'm going to now put a series of pictures or videos. Not very much. I only got a few days worth, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for what I was eating. And I don't know why. On my last video, I was like, I haven't hardly been eating anything all week. Well, that's a lie. Because if you look at my video, I don't know what I was thinking. But I did have real food stuff. There was a day that it was only soup, really, for the most part. But then, well, you'll see. My brother and my dad brought me some food. And then I did cook a little bit the next couple of days. But you'll see what I did. I tried to make it easy. It is so darn hot here. You really don't want to cook. So I tried to make things where I wouldn't actually have to turn on my oven. So things that I can use, like crock pot or Instapot or my microwave to, you know, which is what I cooked. I did a packet of Knorr rice sides, and I cooked that in the microwave. Or my air fryer, if I could do stuff in there. Things that don't heat up the kitchen as much as my oven does. You can see back there. I've got something going in the crock pot. It's probably maybe not going to be in this video. I don't know. It might. If it gets finished and I can get a picture in, it may not be featured anywhere. But it's called, it was something I saw like on TikTok called swamp potatoes. And I know that sounds like god-awful, but it looked really good. And you do like a layer of potatoes. You put some seasonings on it. My voice is still not completely here, but you do a layer of potatoes, put seasoning on it, chop up an onion, put that on the next layer, slice up like a smoked sausage or kielbasa or something of that sort. I use smoked sausage that I had left from earlier a few days back, and I put that in there, and green beans on top of that. It called for canned green beans. I don't have any canned green beans. Most of my vegetables are either fresh or some frozen. So I had some frozen green beans, so I just opened that packet up and I put that in there. And then on top of that, you can put more seasonings or whatever you want. And I did that. I put onion soup mix. I will show you a picture, but I already threw the box away. Onion soup mix. It's like a powdered soup base. So I put that in there. Something very not Slimming World friendly, but of course I'm not eating the whole thing either. But I put some butter in there. And whatever seasonings you want, salt, pepper. I put my favorite spice, which is the caramelized onion butter Kinder's. So I put some of that in there, and you're supposed to set it for 5 hours on high. We'll see what happens. I did check it earlier. It hasn't been enough time yet, but I did stir it around. So we'll see what happens. But again, something that doesn't heat up the kitchen and can make a meal. And that's, again, got green beans, potatoes, smoked sausage, onions. That's it. You can put other things in there. And I thought about it, but I'm just trying to be as easy as possible today. So, still trying to not lose my voice. I'm going to get these dishes done. I'm going to let you watch this little bit about what I ate this week, and then at the end, I'll come back and we will talk a little bit more, and hopefully I'll look a little bit better. See you soon. So I am still sick today, which is Thursday. The fever with this COVID, it's kicking my butt. But the fever has subsided today. Yesterday it was 99 during the daytime. Today it's back to normal, which is, I think it was 98.3. That's in Fahrenheit. If you are in Celsius, you'll have to convert that. I'm not sure what it is. But I had toast this morning, and my stomach couldn't handle the toast, so I haven't eaten anything all day. But my brother and my dad were out today, so they went to a Persian restaurant, and he said, "Do you want anything?" I said, "Well, let me just do a chicken kebab plate," because I thought that should be pretty straightforward. So I didn't eat the whole thing. I've got 3 pieces of chicken, some vegetables, and some rice. I thought that's fairly plain. I may not do the tomato, but that's what I'm going to try for my dinner tonight. So far today, toast and chicken kebab plate. So again, I started out the morning with some toast and some butter, but I also felt like I needed something else besides this. So I went ahead and decided to try Amy's lentil vegetable soup. My brother and my dad had picked up a few groceries for me on Thursday and brought them by. So that's what I had today. Good morning. It's Friday. I can't remember what the date is. The 20-something. But I'm still feeling sick. So I'm just going to have this Amy's organic soup, the lentil vegetable. I think this one, when I looked it up in the app, is 5.5 cents. I'll check and make sure, and I'll post it up right here on the in a picture. But yeah, this is about all I feel like attempting right now, and we'll see how this sets on my stomach, and then I will update you later if I have something else. But yeah, this COVID is kicking my butt right now. So COVID is like 3 and Kimberly is 0. So we'll see what happens. I will check back with you later. So I do not usually, excuse me, I don't usually go on about water because most bottled waters have always tasted the same. But when I was on my cruise and we went to the steakhouse the first night, and this was last year too, when we went to the special restaurant, they have this San Benedetto artesian water. And I'm telling you, this really does taste better than any other water I've ever had, bottled water. Usually, my go-to water is Evian. I like Evian water. For some reason, they don't have that little aftertaste that some of them have. And this one was really nice. So when I was on the ship, I brought back a couple of bottles, 1-liter bottles of this water, and if I can find where to order it from online, I will probably start ordering it if I can get myself, sorry, I'm about to lose my voice, if I can get myself to start drinking water. I don't want to drink it out of the bottle, obviously, because it's, first of all, huge, and second of all, I'm sick, so I'm going to pour it into my I know this is silly. Anyway, it's called a Bubba cup. And it's like a metal insulated cup that should keep it cold, because I really don't want to put ice in there because my ice is from the water from my tap, and I don't want my tap water to mix in with this. So I'm going to pour this in here and try to drink some water today. I don't know how much I'll get in because I'm usually drinking my tea, but I thought now's a good time, especially since I'm sick, to go ahead and try drinking water. So San Benedetto artesian water. So when I was sick, I wanted something that was kind of sweet and soothing, and so I saw these smoothie pops, blueberry one and a passion fruit and peach one. So my dad and my brother picked these up for me, and they were okay. They're all natural. It's not like the other sweetened ice lollies. So these were 2.5 cents each. So I thought I would feel better by this afternoon, but I'm still quite stuffed up in my sinuses. But I did feel well enough that I made this Knorr packet of like cheesy noodles. And then I had a pack of mixed vegetables for a tray bake, or I did these in my air fryer from Publix. It's got squash and zucchini, or you guys call it courgette, red onions, asparagus, and then I had some of the smoked sausage, and I just did a few slices of that in with the vegetables in the air fryer. As you can tell, I'm still sounding like I'm about to lose my voice, but hopefully I can enhance it. But that's it's my second meal of the day, so we'll see how that goes down. I look forward to getting better so I can try cooking some recipes again now that I'm back from holiday, and if I can get over this illness. I will check back with you guys later this week and let you know some of the other things I'm having. So happy Saturday, everyone. This is Kimberly, still recovering from COVID, but I have not really eaten some real food in almost a week. I've been snacking here and there, eating some soups and stuff like that, trying to get past this COVID that I brought back from the Caribbean, but I wanted something with some flavor. So I'll tell you what I did today. One, I've made this Cajun chicken flavor rice, which is over here in this bowl. Let me set that there for a minute. But you know what? It just don't have quite enough zhuzh for my preference. So I've got me some of this Tony Chachere's original Creole seasoning. So we're going to spice it up just a little bit. Put that in there. Give it a little something something. It tasted a little bit like, some seasoning, but not as much as what this will be. And I don't know what the sins are on this Knorr rice, but I will figure it out. I'll try to figure it out and pop it up there on the screen for you if I can find it, or down in the comments. Alright, so let's take a little taste of this. See if it's to my liking. Yeah, much better. So, I'm going to take me this is a 1 scoop thing, but I'm not taking a whole cup. It's probably like 2/3 of a cup of rice. Let's set this off to the side. And the next thing I did was, there's a food truck called Seafood Queens, and I've heard about it forever, and I keep saying I'm going to try that one day. I'm going to try that one day. Well, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw that they were located nearby today, so I went out and got me this. This is a shrimp boil, and I've already tried one of these shrimps that was in here. Yes, it's good. So it's got potatoes, carrots, and shrimp, and then all the seasonings. So some of this is going on. I'm going to put a potato in there, some shrimp in there. My corn with all the seasonings on it. That's going in there. A little bit of this juice that came out of the shrimp bowl. I'm going to put that over my rice a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Save some of that for later. And just to add a little bit more oomph to it, I went in my air fryer and I made some smoked sausage. It's not the Conecuh, which is my favorite, but it's still smoked sausage. So adding that into my shrimp boil there. And that's going to be my meal for the day, because this is going to be pretty substantial. So this is kind of like, I don't know, I guess you'd call it Cajun food. So I got the Knorr's Cajun chicken rice, and then I zhuzhed it up with some of the Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning here. I went and got me the shrimp boil from Seafood Queens, and I've got corn, potatoes, and shrimp. And then in my air fryer, I did a few slices of the smoked sausage. So this is my Cajun meal for the day. And probably the first real meal that I've had since I've been back from my cruise and been sick with COVID. So anyway, I can't wait to tuck into this. So talk to you later. Alright, this is my weigh-in after coming back from my cruise, getting COVID, and it being Star Week. This is my first weigh-in. So 17.4. So there you have it. That is all the things that I ate, well, within the last few days, except today, which I didn't record. I just had toast. Well, I wasn't really hungry when I first woke up, so I had a cup of tea, and I did bring out some frozen fruit, and I let that thaw out, and so I had that for breakfast. It took me a little bit to eat it. My stomach is not, I'm not feeling like eating the way that I probably normally would, but that might be good. that might be a good reason. Um, then it was just lunchtime and I couldn't decide what I wanted. And I just had a bowl of chicken noodle soup and some crackers, which I'm going to have to go and figure out the sins for in hindsight because I didn't do it ahead of time. But I'm dressed, as you can see, in my leggings and my workout top. I'm going to do some exercise. I just put on a jacket because I didn't want my arms and belly out, but I've got my stuff out to do a little bit of exercise. I'm going to see how that goes because I have noticed since I was sick, if I start doing anything where I get too hot, which means I haven't been outside a whole lot, although I did mow my grass the other day, but that was afternoon. If I get too hot, it makes me feel like nauseated still, so I think I still have to kind of be like easy with that and be careful about getting too hot. But I'm going to try because I need to get some activity back in. When you've been down for a week and you can't get out and socialize and you can't get out, still my voice is not my voice is not 100%. But if I can still get out and exercise and move around, then I'll feel more normal again. So I've got my let me see if I can. I don't know if I can switch this around. Hold on a second. Let me see what I can do. So if you see right here, let me turn that down. I was just watching TV. I've got my yoga ball out. So I was going to use it to do some exercises. Maybe not do too much like getting hot as far as like aerobic type activity, but maybe something else. Then I've also got, well, there's my yoga ball. And I've got some hand weights right there, so I thought I would do some squats and some arm exercises with my weights, and then do a little bit of stuff with my yoga ball for like my legs and my torso area, and maybe some, I use the yoga ball to do sit-ups because it's hard for me on my floor. First of all, because my floor is a concrete slab floor underneath, so it's really hard. And then also my back is, I don't know what you call it, but it comes in, my lower back comes in, you know, a lot. So when I lay down on the floor, if I don't have a good cushion, then it hurts my back. So sometimes I do my sit-ups with my yoga ball, or I'll hold the yoga ball between my ankles and I'll do leg lifts off the floor with them. So we'll see. So anyway, I am slowly and surely getting back to my normal routine, but I am laying low just a little bit still. Work, school is about to start back in a couple of weeks. I've got my school bus drivers meeting coming up on August the 1st. And then students start back like, I don't know, the 7th or something like that. So summer vacation, unfortunately, is almost over, although the weather is still nice. So I've got to do a couple of things on my pool out there. I've got to replace a hose that was an old hose and it busted while I was on my trip. So I got to replace that because I can still swim all the way up until, you know, probably through September. It'll probably be warm enough to swim. So I'm going to get that fixed so I can get my swimming pool sorted out. Anyway, I am planning ahead. I've got to do a grocery haul this week, and it's probably going to be a big grocery haul because I don't like to have to go to the grocery store every day because I don't live close to the grocery store. Where I am compared to maybe where I lived when I was in the UK, like the grocery store was just like, you know, a couple of minutes away. But here, it takes 10 minutes to get to the closest grocery stores, which is Walmart, or there's another store here called Piggly Wiggly. We just call it the Pig. Those are the two closest grocery stores that are actually dedicated for groceries. And then there's something called the Dollar General. It's probably like, I'm going to say Dollar General is somewhat akin to like Home Bargains. So you can get some grocery stuff there, both shelf and refrigerated, but not like your whole grocery thing that you need to get to do. Aldi, I like Aldi, but the closest Aldi to me is 20 to 25 minutes away. So usually what I do is get grocery delivery if I'm going to do that, unless I'm already over there in Trustville. I get grocery delivery. So I'm going to do that later in the week. I'm going to look for some recipes that I want to cook. Somebody else that I was watching their video, it's not a food video, she's actually doing like clothes and stuff, and she used that ChatGPT, which I'd never heard of before, and it's like an AI thing. It's very interesting, so I thought I'm going to try that. So I did yesterday, went in there and I said, this is me, this is my weight, and this is the plan I'm following, Slimming World, and I want to cook out of like the Pinch of Nom cookbooks. And I said, I want 3 recipes to make next week. I'm one person. 3 recipes I can make and eat off of in the next week. And then I think I put in that I wanted some easy lunch ideas. Like all this detail. And I tell you what, I was amazed about... Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I was amazed because it gave me all of this stuff. And if there's like... It gave me the breakdown. It gave me 3 recipes. It told me the name of the cookbooks that I can get the recipe from. It gave me the lunch ideas, and then like one of the recipes I didn't like, so I said, can I replace number 3 with something else? And then it gave me like another idea, like a real recipe suggestion from one of the books. I liked it, and then I said swap out the such and such on the lunch menu, and it swapped that out. And then it gave me like the whole thing. I said, can I get a like a schedule for the week, and can I get a grocery list? And it did. If I can copy those pictures in here, I will try to copy what it did. So I don't know if you've got the ChatGPT, but download that thing and try it out. You can give it as much detail as you want. I was just playing around. One of the other things I did was I said, I'm a school bus driver and I need something stylish to wear that is not just leggings and a t-shirt. And I need it for 5 days out of the week. Can you give me some suggestions of outfits that are comfortable and stylish, but are not leggings and a t-shirt? And I gave them my height and my weight and the clothing size that I usually wear, and it gives you like a whole suggestion of a wardrobe for 5 different days. And then it gives you like recommendations of stores where you can go and purchase the items that they recommended if you don't already have it in your wardrobe. So I was amazed at it's the first time I have done anything that I used AI for. So try that out. ChatGPT is what it was called. So anyway, back to the other. I've got that grocery list. I've got that recommended week thing, and it's sort of nice because I don't have to really plan it out myself. So I think you can even get as detailed as to say, like, in my freezer, I have frozen chicken, I have lean beef mince, and I have pork fillet pieces, pork steaks or whatever it is. You can tell it that, and then it might do recipes around whatever those items are. So try it out. It is super interesting, especially if you are on the go or if you're getting tired of eating the same thing all the time. Say, I usually eat this, and this, and I'm doing Slimming World. Can you give me some other ideas of fun, diverse recipes? That's one of the things I put in there, that I wanted them to be diverse. I don't want to eat a curry every day or spag bowl every day. So anyway, try it out. I pulled out this book. I've had it, but it's from the old plan, and I'm just looking through some of the recipes and stuff. I need an updated sin count on these, because I don't think this is when, if you've been with Slimming World a long time, because this was a book that came out before I was on Slimming World, because it has a breakdown, and it says if you're extra easy, it's 6 sins. If you're on green, it's 6 sins. If you're on the original, it's 15.5 sins. But I don't think that is correct now, because the only thing in this recipe, it's a potato and mushroom, I don't know, I say gratin. And the only thing in there are potatoes, peeled and very thinly sliced, large flat mushrooms, thickly sliced, Parmesan cheese grated, which is 4 ounces of that, 8 tablespoons of finely chopped flat leaf parsley, and freshly ground black pepper, and then serve it with a green salad. So I know that's not 15.5 sins. The only thing I think that would be sinned in this whole thing would be the Parmesan cheese. So I need to find out where I can get an updated list to go along with the recipes in here that tells me the sins. That's what I did with this Pinch of Nom book, because they changed everything where they couldn't list, I think, maybe sins on their website or whatever, but you can go to these other places. And I found like the list of the sins for this cookbook. Anyway, I've got them in here. So whenever I find a recipe, I've got my little guide here that tells me what the sins are. So I am trying to look through some of those, but I may actually do that ChatGPT suggestion and just do it and follow it, like literally someone telling me what to eat. And then I just go and I get the stuff and I make what it says. I think one of them was like Cajun chicken pasta. What was the other ones? I know one was a curry and I got them to replace it. One of them I think is like a lemon chicken bake of some sort, and then something else. So I may do that. I may try it and just see how that works for the week. And I may even go in and say, can you give me some breakfast ideas? If you're somebody that doesn't like eating eggs, maybe you can say, give me some breakfast ideas that does not include eggs, or that's dairy free, which I do dairy free except for cheese. Cheese is the only thing I don't do dairy free, but everything else I do. Almond milk. And anyway, I'm just babbling on, but those are my results, which I am very satisfied with. My weight loss this week, some of that may have to do with the fact that I slept a full 24 hours without eating. I really don't think I had anything during that time that I can remember. Well, excuse me, maybe I might have had like one thing of like a pot noodle type situation during that 24-hour period, but I didn't eat like I wasn't eating. So I'm very happy with the, 4.5 pounds that I weight loss. 2 pounds would get me back to where I started with my 1 stone weight loss, and more than 2 pounds this next week will get me below what I was, so I'll be back on track. And then I'm wanting to do, and it might have been Lisa that was talking about this, or Byron, I'm not sure. Somebody that I was watching was talking about how many weeks it is until Christmas. And it's nice to have big goals. It's nice to have like a big weight loss. Sorry, inappropriate. Sorry. It's nice to lose big amounts of weight. But if I put myself at a goal each week minimally to lose 2 pounds a week up until Christmas, I think I figured out that that's about 40 pounds. And if I lost 40 pounds, I don't know what that would be in stone, but I would be close to being in Wonderland. You know what I'm talking about when I say Wonderland. That's in the 100s. I'm not in the 100s right now, which you know because you've been watching my weight loss. But now you know how much I weigh. If you can add, and I say if I lost 40 pounds, I would be like in the Wonderland. So that is a goal. I would like to be in Wonderland before the end of the year. That would be fantastic. And then I would set another goal, probably either after the new year. There's like big goals and there's small goals. So like a weekly goal is like 2 pounds, but a big goal is what can I achieve between now and this date or this event. So like, I think the next biggest thing after January, like a big holiday, would be for us spring break, which is, a week that we get off of school. So then I could set me a goal, and that's usually in end of March. And then the next time frame after that would be my birthday. Mine and my twin, Rufus, our birthdays are coming up in May, so then I would probably have another goal to try to reach by my birthday. Because really that is almost a year from when I started. I don't remember the actual day that I started. I'd have to look back. But yeah, I've got to set some goals and make some things happen. I'm impressed that I didn't gain back all my weight on my trip. I'm impressed that I've already lost 4.5 pounds of the 6.5 that I had gained. And I'm telling you, it all has to do with Slimming World and the accumulation of the tools that I have gathered to support myself in the weight loss, which is joining the digital community, the signing up on the website, which is the only way I can do it because I'm in the States and there are no meetings. Other tools are the YouTube community of slimmers. I've got quite a few that I watch on the regular, which I will copy and paste those into my description in the bottom. And one of which if you don't go to a meeting or you don't have access to a meeting, but you want to have something like a weekly meeting, go to Beyond Authentic Health. That's Lisa and Rufus. Every Wednesday they do a live event, and it's like a meeting. We come in, we have a topic, We talk about our weight loss. They talk about a recipe that they're going to prepare that we can vote on, that they're going to prepare the next week. And a lot or a good deal of the other Slimming World YouTubers are present in the live chat. You can interact with each other. There's regulars that come every week. I try to come every week because that's my meeting. And I don't know, it's a good time. It is. They call it the Losers Club. And I want to be a big loser. I want you to be a big loser. So come on over to their channel and check it out. I think if you want some support, but you're not necessarily somebody that wants to go to the meetings, or if you are disheartened with the status of the current meetings, which I've heard some feedback about, but then I also heard someone else that had a good experience, so I think it's really up to the leaders to make it, to mesh what they're trying to accomplish with the new thing with some of the characteristics of the old. Again, I can't remember who it was, but they said they went to the meeting. It started off the same new format, but then after that, the person that was leading the meeting opened it up and said, is there anybody that's struggling? Is there anybody that has something to share or wants to share something, or suggestions or anything like that? So this leader of this meeting meshed the new, where they start listing out the weight losses. That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it. But listing out so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so lost this much weight and so-and-so. And then they opened it up to sort of be like the old meeting where people can speak or talk or interact, which I think is so important, because you're not just sitting in class like a student listening to something and not interacting. I think the most of what we take away from a meeting is what people suggest. I'm struggling with this. Can you give me a recommendation? Anything. I think that's so vitally important. So anyway, if you want some support, but you're not keen on going to the meeting, or you can't go to a meeting, go to Beyond Authentic Health, Lisa and Rufus. Go to their Losers Club. You will see them. Usually Byron the Vegan Loser is in there. Debbie from Debbie's World was in there the other day. Luke, Mr. Luke John, who has his own channel, is in there fairly often. Who else was there? I think Jane Day is usually, she either comes in and is listening to it, or she may go back and listen to it later. But Jane Day has a great Slimming World channel. Oh my goodness, who else? I know I'm missing some other people that I follow. I can't think right now. My mind is still kind of, but a lot of the Slimmers are in there, which makes it great. So come on over and interact with us in our homemade Slimming World channel, the Losers Club. I'm trying to remember what Losers Club, what the LOSERS stands for. If you go back and watch some of their videos, you will see what that means, because Lisa's come up with a thing for each of the letters and what it stands for. And I'm going to remember, I just can't remember it right now. Anyway, I'm checking out. I have babbled long enough. Can you tell that I haven't had any social interaction this whole week? I'm talking a lot, and I feel good. So I'm going to post up my video now. Oh, and I did go back and get a picture of that recipe I did in the slow cooker called swamp potatoes. Again, sounds awful, but it was actually pretty decent. if you don't want to cook, like sit there and cook a bunch of stuff, it's so fast. You just chuck it all in the slow cooker, and 5 hours later you have something to eat. It's not the most beautiful looking, you know, plated recipe, but it tastes good. So anyway, I'm checking out. This is my sweet tea. Who wants some iced sweet tea? I do. If you haven't tried it, you have to come and visit the southern part of the United States and try iced tea, sweet iced tea. Some people drink unsweetened iced tea, which I don't understand because then it just tastes like muddy water. But sweet iced tea, absolutely. Anyway, I love you guys. Oh, something in my eye. Sorry. I love you guys. Thank you for coming to my channel today. I will try to get back on schedule with my weigh-ins, prepping a recipe, which I haven't done for some time. And I do remember that I took my measurements. I don't want to take my measurements again until I get minimally to 1.5 stones, and preferably to 2 stones before I do it again. One, because I want to really see the difference of what that weight loss has done for me. And 2, I haven't been going to the gym as much as I would like to. So it is weight loss, but I would also like to see what incorporating some exercise, some body magic will do for that. So I'm going to do measurements again when I get to 1.5 stones to 2 stone loss. And I don't know, some other ideas. I told my friends I wanted them to do a meal prep with me. So once, I thought we were going to do it this month, but this month was too busy. So maybe after the kids go back to school and we have some time during the day, maybe we will do a friend's choice recipe prep. I got to get some of my books to them and let them look through them, and then go buy the ingredients, and then us get together and prep this recipe. So that's what's coming up. I will talk to you later. Have a good day. Have a great week. I can't wait to see or hear about less of you next week. And I'm glad to be back. Sorry, I'm looking like I'm about to exercise, because guess what? I'm about to exercise. So until next week, love you, and make some comments below. Like, ask me some questions. Tell me things you want me to do. Suggestions. I'm open to anything. So just let me know. Bye.